Okay. Hello.
Hello.
And welcome to Sarah and Jules, the podcast. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Jules.
And it's so lovely to have you. So every week we meet up, we have a bit of tea.
We've had a lovely bit of tea tonight, but we're gonna do podcasts, and I think the main thing is just to make people smile and have a giggle. And we're two Northerners down in London, and I think we just want to have mega lols.
Yeah, we do. And the reason that this has come about is we crack each other up a lot. I mean, it might just be us.
On a daily basis. I mean, it could be only you and me that listen to this back. But
Yes, we're going to have a blast. Whatever
this is going to be a scream. Commutes will never be the same.
Every week we're going to take it in turns to provide the food.
The spread.
Yeah. There's a lot of things you don't eat.
Oh, the list is endless. The list is endless. Meat being the main one.
Yeah, which the thing is, I can understand meat because lots of people don't eat meat, but you don't eat bread, which upsets me to my very core.
It upsets me, but it just doesn't agree with me, my love.
Well, the thing is, it doesn't agree with me. It doesn't agree with most people, but you've got to push through that. You know, you've got to keep going.
I look 9 months pregnant after I've eaten it. People are offering me a seat on the tube.
Genuinely, people have offered me seats on the tube.
Well, it's very convenient. They just take it.
I'm tempted to just get a baby on board
Did I tell you that one of my friends, when she has a hangover, she puts the baby on board badge on? She's got an 8-stop journey. She can just settle herself down.
I love it. I had this coat with a belt, and I made the mistake of tying the belt a bit high.
Too high,
like
a classic mistake.
It was over my bump.
But tonight's spread has been très délicieux.
Yeah, it's been good, actually.
We've had coconut lentil soup, although I bought 2 and yours was just half a soup.
Mine was one of my most hated food groups, miso. Which was like...
Is that in a hated...
Oh
you
my
nearly
God.
got miso this evening. If it wasn't for the woman in Itsu that told me that I couldn't get the half price after a certain time, I would have bought you saved by the woman in Itsu.
It's not even a drink, miso. It's not even a drink. It's not soup and it's not a drink. It's crap.
I will say, Sarah, it is great for the festive shred. Miso is very low in cacao.
We need to talk about the festive shred because... You sent me a text going, what should we have for tea? And I said, no treats. No treat. Because do you know what I had for tea last night?
Tell me.
Cheese.
What kind of cheese, though?
All of the cheeses.
What's your cheese downfall?
So I had Wensleydale with cranberry.
A classic.
And I did resist, and this is a thing, this exists, Wensleydale with salted caramel pieces.
Veridale.
That exists.
Wensleydale and caramel. Not in my lifetime.
So I didn't have that. But I did have, what else did I have?
Not even a cracker or a grape?
No, I did. I had crackers.
Right.
And I had grapes, actually.
Exotic.
So, I know.
Red or green?
Green.
Mm. My favourite cheese and downfall is Port Salut.
Now, for those who aren't familiar, it's orange, isn't it?
The outside, the rind is orange, but inside it's white, creamy goodness.
Sponsored by Port Salut for this section. What... do you eat the rind?
Yes.
Yes, so do I.
No, I hold nothing back.
No.
Some people don't. Do you eat the rind on brie?
Yes.
Me too.
Absolutely.
I hate people
To
who
be
mess
honest,
about with it.
I love the rind on anything. Hard cheese with a good rind. I love it.
Do you eat the rind on Stilton?
I don't eat Stilton.
Why?
Yeah, because I'm just a bit of a baby. It's too...
It's like the daddy of cheese. That's the one that I would go in for. I like it at a wedding when people have got cheese towers instead of cakes.
I like them to have both. Both a cheese tower and a cake.
How do you feel about fruitcake with cheese?
Strong.
Me too. People hate it.
That's a real northern thing, though, isn't it? That's
Definitely.
a proper Yorkshire thing to get. You get a piece of Christmas cake and you have to have... Is it cheddar?
Cheddar or Cheshire. I've had it with before, but I prefer cheddar.
Would you put butter on it first?
Yes.
But now listen, this festive shred, you're doing really well.
Thank you. I thought, Christmas and party season, for us two in the media world, we need, we're out all the time.
Well, hang on, you are. I'm in.
Well, you're in all the time, but you're having cheese boards for tea, so I've got to be out and about. But I just on my birthday, I looked at myself and I was like, no, I need to shift some before Christmas. And I'm doing quite well.
I saw myself on my birthday and I thought, no.
That was it?
No.
No way. For the last year of my 20s, I will not hit the 30s in a plus size. Not for me.
After that, because I'm 31 now.
You don't look it.
Well, babes, that's sweet. I know. I look 45, don't I? But it's, There's something changes at 30 and you think, I'll just have cheese for tea.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Is this what's going to happen to me? As soon as I climb over the 30 ridge, I'm just going to be like, give me the fromage.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm having the bread.
Because how have you done it, though? How have you lost half a stone?
I read Amelia Freer's book. She is the woman responsible for making Sam Smith super slim, and she is incredibly motivational. And I just thought, actually, I want to know what's in my food. So I've tried to make everything from scratch apart from tonight. I was going to cook yesterday, but it was only me in the house, me on my own cooking.
What did you have then?
What, yesterday?
Yeah.
I actually only had, and this is a classic bit of me dieting, you're going to die, because I was slightly hungover. I had Heinz baked beans. I mean, they have got sugar in, but the hangover needed it. And then because I don't eat bread, I had them with a rice cake.
Ah! What a revolting
It was
meal.
revolting, but there was nothing in and I couldn't face going to the local supermarket. It was a low.
That Oh my God. At any point did you think, oh, this could be nice?
Yes, just before I served it.
Yeah.
I thought that you're making the right decision. You know, you're punishing myself from the night before. It was punishment through. And then I was watching Trolleyed. Have you seen it?
No.
Oh, you're not missing out.
Okay.
Everyone loves it. Like Jake, my boyfriend, was telling me that he is obsessed with Trolleyed, and I was watching it. It was adding pain to the already painful meal. No.
Beans on a plain rice cake.
3 to be precise.
Oh God, it's getting
Slightly
worse.
salted, organic. Bought them in a Whole Foods sweep.
It's the most revolting meal.
I did put cheese in it.
Oh, good.
Just a slight dashing to warm it up.
And that was all you ate?
All day. Apart from, I mean, I did go for dinner at a friend's.
Oh, hang on. Okay, fine.
But the main meal of the day, it was shocking.
Yeah.
All I wanted was like a fried egg butty.
So are you still drinking?
Yes, but I'm only drinking red wine and vodka.
Okay. Can you drink gin?
Yes, but I'm allergic to tonic water, so it makes it very difficult when I'm out, because the next day, for some reason, hangovers are epic, even if I have one. So...
Is it not just that you've had a load of gin?
No, because I'd know that, because I'd wake up with probably like mascara down my face. And a load of hate texts from friends.
Mother's ruin. Something that we always talk about whenever we meet up is June and Sheila.
June and Sheila, the characters.
I know, we should introduce them. Thankfully, they're not here. Can you imagine?
Can you imagine? I mean, Sheila would have this studio shipshape and shiny in no time.
This studio, incidentally, is a bit like a cab office. And
It is. I feel like saying 1952 to Walthamstow.
it's grim. But Sheila is your adored
My
mother.
madre, yes.
Yes, and June's mine. So how's Sheila?
Sheila is good. I mean, they're on holiday at the moment. She's had a drama this week.
Okay.
They bought the wrong paint. They'd bought paint. Well, Mum's house is all totally cream. She loves a neutral palette. And then she's just started branching out into greens. And they thought they'd bought a greener paint, not even a Farron ball. I was shocked.
Yeah.
And they bought a blue. On it went. They didn't even get a tester pot. Caution to the wind. Did the shop return it? No. Sheila fuming.
Was this a feature wall?
It wasn't a feature wall. It was an all-over wall. I think for a spare bedroom.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure which one.
So she's bought it. She's put it up. She hates it. Now what?
Loathes it. So, couldn't take it back to the shop.
No.
My dad's painted his office with it. He said, I don't care what people have in that office. They can have that blue.
And are they going to repaint the bedroom?
Well, I hope so. It's probably got one line of paint on it, so they're going to have to get it in. But the decorator said that this brand of paint, I wish I could remember what brand it is, said it was really nice. It goes on really easy. She was gutted.
June once painted a kitchen green, actually.
Did she paint it herself?
No, God no, she paid someone. So she came in and the decorator's just, washing his brushes, and she looked at it, she said, I hate it. She wanted a bottle
I bet
green.
he was fuming.
Oh,
She's
God.
gutted, but I bet he was fuming.
He said, you'll like it in the morning. Sleep on it, you'll like it in the morning. She crept down.
I like his style.
I know, it's good, isn't it? She crept down in the middle of the night and put the light on and thought, I hate it, but I'll go back. I'll see it in the daylight. I'll see it. She came back down. She said, I can't live with it. I just can't live with it.
No.
It was an apple green. She wanted a bottle green.
That's quite a contrast,
It
though.
is.
Was it a Bramley apple or Cox?
More
Cooking.
of a Granny Smith, I think.
Controversial.
Yeah, I know. Bright. She couldn't live with it. The man had to come back.
I bet he did.
Yeah.
Because she would. I imagine that June would have had to change her drapes.
Oh, the lot. Everything. The lot.
Laura Ashley would have been cashing in.
Laura Ashley have seen my mother coming for years. They roll out fabrics in front of her to walk on.
You know, that's where my first job was.
No, was
Yes,
it?
I know. I wish you could have seen a leap off the chair then. Yeah, I used to measure fabric for 8-year-old women for curtains. Pencil pleat, double pencil pleat, box pleat. I know it all.
How old were you?
17.
Oh my gosh.
17 and 18. So imagine an 18-year-old on a Saturday morning after I've been raving, measuring chrysanthemum fabric.
Did you love it?
I absolutely loved that job. It was one of the best jobs ever. When the shop was empty, we used to wheel around the shop on butcher's boards. You know, with the wheels on, just push each other around.
This is what you don't see from Laura Ashley.
You don't. The drapes are down, all goes on. It's like borrowers come out.
Laura herself swinging from a chandelier. My first job was WH Smith. And equally, I would turn up.
Did you have to wear one of the little blue shirts?
Absolutely.
I bet you looked fetching in that.
Do you know what? I looked fantastic. And it was about the time that, because I've always bitten my nails, always, and I still do. And I went through a phase of having like the big, thick, square, you know, I mean proper porn.
And was this
star
back up
nails.
north?
This was up north.
Still a classic look in some parts.
Yeah, absolutely. Still a treasured look. And I went berserk, like completely had a strop because I shut the till and one of them pinged off.
Gutted in front of a customer.
I nearly told. I wanted to tell him. I was like, look what's just happened.
Something's
to
just
me.
happened.
Look,
you're just buying your weekly magazine and my nail has broken.
This is just another day for you, but for me, look at me.
I mean, you're still talking about it now, only
know.
5 years on.
So I glued it. I took super glue. Off the wall, and because it was in WH Smith, and I stuck it. Yeah.
Were you the kind of girl that pierced her nails? You know when that trend was
yes!
in?
No, I never did that.
It looked faffy, to be honest.
It looked very faffy and very catchy.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Especially if like you were sweeping your hand through your hair and it gets caught in an earring.
Yeah. But what I did want for a long time was I wanted this bit, which is in between your index finger, that sort of webby bit between your finger and your thumb. I wanted that pierced.
You are joking.
Well, how
me.
Revolting. Can you imagine anything more?
It'd be convenient if you had a bell on it and you needed service. You just
your
wave your hand, little wave. Ding, 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 ding. Perfect. Yes,
God.
madam.
Well, what have you got pierced?
I have got my ears pierced 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And then I did have another 2 piercings, but I took them out at a festival at 4 a.m.
Yeah, obviously.
I got some random girl. I was like, oh, I really feel like taking my earrings out. And she was there unscrewing me. One took a while. It was very awkward. I think she was on all 4s at one point.
What a moment. What a thing
At the
to
back of a
call
tent
in.
during David Guetta. I was like, you there, come here.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for any inconvenience, but I've got to take these earrings off
You
now.
look like the kind of girl who will enjoy this task. It was dark.
Well, how old were you when you had your first ear pierced?
I was 16, I think. No, 17, because I had long hair and I could hide it.
Right, and how long did you hide it for?
A good year.
Okay.
And then it was the second piercing that was just next to it that poked out of my emo haircut, and Sheila saw.
And how
mental.
Seriously?
She went mental. And then I've also got 8 tattoos, and she hits the roof when I've got those.
I didn't know you had 8.
Yes.
Go on. Let's start at the top and work down.
I've got one behind my ear, little star.
Yeah.
I've got an anchor at the top of my back. Underneath that, I've got 2 swallows with a K and S for Ken and Sheila. She quite liked it secretly.
Yeah.
And then I've got a sun underneath that I went with my best friend, and she chickened out. So I got the sun, she didn't.
I had that. I've got my tattoo on my foot, and we went, and she was the same. She was like, "Oh, I don't want one."
If I
now.
say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do something. I would never back out. Needless to say, I deleted it the next day.
Yeah.
I've got a star on my hip.
Where is she now? We don't know.
We don't know and we don't care. I've got a star on my hip that the guy said, this is absolutely gold. The guy said, oh, I haven't got any blue ink because I wanted blue. Why? I'm not sure. And he said, we have green. I said, yeah, sure. So I sat down and he butchered me. There was a bulldog at the side. He was smoking a cigarette. I had a WKD blue in my hand. It was all go.
All the signs were there, babes.
All
Looking
the signs
back
were
now.
there, but yet I persevered.
Yes.
I didn't back away. And I've got another star on my ankle.
God. Wow.
What about you? What's on
what
your
have I
foot?
got? I've got I've got 2 on my feet. I've got one that is virtually the whole of my foot, the top of my foot, and it's a paisley. And I had it done in Texas when I went for South by Southwest, which is a big music festival. I know. But it's one of those things that when you're there,
what was your hair like at the time?
Crimped a lot.
Incredible.
Yeah, unbelievable.
I love a crimp.
I should have known better. I was about 25. And so I had this on the top of my foot. But when I went in, I honestly thought it would be the size of my thumb. And it is the whole of the top of my foot.
But they draw it on a thing and they print it on.
They draw it and they print it off. And he put it on my foot. And I said, oh, it's a bit big. And he went, well, I can't shrink it anymore because you'll lose the detail. So I thought, well, we'll have to just
crack on then.
Just get on with it then. But you know what? It's like when you go to Disneyland, right? And everybody's wearing Minnie Mouse ears or a Pluto hat. And while you're there, you look fantastic. You know, you're all in with it. And it was like that. It was like everybody there has tattoos. Everybody was in a band. Everyone was sleeping with somebody in a band. So I was like, I'll have this done. Look how much I fit in. And then the moment you get out of those Disney gates, you realise, oh my God.
What have I done?
I'm a 27-year-old woman in Minnie Mouse ears.
But also, I've had a tattoo done at a festival before. And you are walking around with a bit of Klingon.
Yes!
And you don't realise that. Because at the time, you're like, yeah, I'm going to be tattooed. I'm going to be cool like everyone else. No. You're the one who's got the bag on you. And everyone knows you've had a tattoo. And if it's on your foot, I imagine you were limping.
Yeah. I mean, well, I sort of had flip-flops on. Because the thing is, when you've had a tattoo, I don't know about you, you feel quite vulnerable afterwards. You know, you feel a bit delicate, don't you? Because you've had a bit of an ordeal.
You need sugar.
Yeah, you do, which I was more than happy to. It's like, you know, when they say starve a fever, feed a cold. No one has ever run with that theory as much as I mean, if I have the slightest sore throat, that's it.
You are like a horse in the horse bag.
I've eaten 2 baguettes mid-morning. Yeah. I've got a cold. I must feed this cold. I've eaten 2 packets of ginger nuts.
I love a ginger nut.
I do.
Oh, in the brew.
Oh my God. Well, this sounds a bit Peter Kay, but they're substantial, aren't they?
They are. But also I like the snap of a ginger nut.
Yeah. There's
a crunch to them. I don't like the delicate biscuits.
No, name a delicate biscuit.
Well, apart from a rich tea, I think there's some, they're like really thin and they've got, they haven't got a cow on them, but they're like thin and they've got
They're a malted milk.
Yes.
They're awful.
That's what we used to have when we were kids, but they do just fall apart.
Yeah,
I love that you know your biscuits.
Oh my God. In fact, I think we need to have biscuit of the week. Every week.
Let's put it in.
Okay, so biscuit.
Although this is going to, the pre-festive shred is going to be demolished every week by biscuit of the week, because I am going to have to eat one.
Yeah, well, it's like watching Bake Off. You can't watch Bake Off without eating.
I was churning out courgette cakes when I was watching Bake Off. It's all going on.
Revolting.
Incredible.
No.
Like a carrot cake. I'll show you a picture. You will freak out. It was a Nigella.
I'll freak out at how revolting an idea
It was
this
a
is.
Nigella, and you serve it with lemon curd and then pistachio cream icing.
At least she's tarted it up with icing.
Well, she wanted to do it in 2 tins and put the curd in the middle. I did it in a loaf tin. I went rogue.
Yeah, deal with that, Nigella.
Deal with that, Nige. Tell me about June.
June, June, to all of our surprise, has really got into the X Factor.
Has she?
Like, in a big way. This has never happened before. Normally,
Has she got a T-shirt?
No, she hasn't got a T-shirt. She'd love to go to the live show.
Well, I might be able to get her in.
Well, look, we'll keep that between us because she'll lose her mind if she does. Now, one thing, because we are both from the north.
Yes.
You're more north than me, actually.
Well, I'm originally from Yorkshire, but then I went to school in Nottingham, so I'm kind of like Midlands Northern. But all my family talk like this. They're very Yorkshire indeed.
Yeah. And I'm not that northern. I'm Cheshire, but
Posh northern.
I know, because if I was when I was at uni, I'd say, I'm from Manchester, which sort of gave...
Where did you go to uni?
I went to uni in Aberystwyth in Wales.
Oh, get out of town.
I know.
Holy cow.
I know. Do you know what? It was hilarious. The vodka's cheap. The music's dreadful. It was the time of my life. There's a club on the pier called Peer Pressure.
All over it.
It's amazing. It was... Where did you go?
Manchester.
Of course.
Kept it northern.
Yeah, right. So I used to say I came from Manchester, whereas actually it was Cheshire.
Sure.
So what we like to do is share a bit of news from home.
News from the north.
News from the north, because the headlines. I mean, you get this everywhere. You get this in sort of local papers and things like that. I mean, Brighton, where I used to live, I remember there was one headline. This is a genuine headline that was train cancelled by drizzle. That was.
Well, it's key news.
Yeah.
You need to know. That is key news. I bet there was turmoil. Commuting ruined.
It was mad.
Well, this week's news from the north is from Southall ploughing match. Luckily, there was no problems with traffic.
Hang on, what's the headline?
That Southall ploughing match, no traffic problems at cracking show. It's right there. So every year they do a ploughing match in Southall. It's like a big country thing. And I think they've had problems, from what I'm skim reading, with exits and entrances to the ploughing show.
I can imagine.
This year, streamlined, effortless.
What? How so?
There's a quote here from...
Hang on, is it because no one went?
No, it's a very popular event. It's busy. Tractors in and out, hell on. Turmoil. Sheila goes nuts. Committee member Mr. Roger Jackson, who was chairman for many years, not anymore. What a burn in the media.
Yeah.
There have been no problems this year, he said. This has been a great show, and we've been lucky that for the past 10 years we have been very fortunate with the weather, and we've attracted good crowds.
Yes.
Gripping stuff.
I want to go. I'm sorry that we've missed it.
I'm dreadful. Well, it would have been easy. We could have driven. No traffic problems.
I could have brought my plough. It would have been
easy,
phenomenal.
Great.
My news from the north, which I'm just going to find. Hang on. This comes from the Wilmslow Guardian.
Great.
Right, which is one of a number of news sources from Wilmslow.
Fast-paced title.
So this is the title. Firefighters clear smoke from Wilmslow kitchen using fan.
What?
Yeah, and there's more. A fire engine from Wilmslow was called to a house after a pan was left on the hob.
Risky business though. Pan on the hob. I want to. Did they give a picture of the fan?
No, just the fire engine.
Well, do you think it was one of those handheld fans?
Yeah, well, like the ones for the summer.
Yeah. What? Or do you think? What kind of fan do you think it is? A fan in the living room?
A fan. Let's see. Right. Let's see if I can get more details.
I love the picture that they've used there of the fire engine slanted.
Yes, at an angle. This is written by Peter Devine. Right. Big
gorgeous surname.
Devine. A fire engine from Wilmslow was called to a house after a pan was left on the hob. He used a large fan.
It
was a large fan.
Oh, detailed. Thank you.
Yes. I think, as far as I can tell, no one was hurt. That everyone was all right. But yes, there was a fan implemented.
In my head, I've got it almost like a Diet Coke advert where where the fireman just rips his shirt off and grabs this fan and just goes for it.
Yeah. So we're almost at our time. So what are you doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow, I've actually got 2 parties tomorrow night.
Oh, God.
I know I'm going out. I mean, this will be for next week's edition.
Yeah.
But Machino have dressed me.
Oh, stop
I know. I can't bear it either.
Heels, dress.
A Cuban.
Yeah.
A Cuban's coming out. No, but I'm actually going to Laura Whitmore's jewellery line because she is a really good friend of mine, and she's launching this whole music-inspired jewellery line. And then I'm part of the Cointreau Collective crew. So Cointreau, the alcohol, work with creative people. And tomorrow they're having a party for all their creatives. So they've taken over Windows and Liberty. It's a big affair. But I will be head to toe chic.
God, it's another
What are you
world.
doing tomorrow, my love?
God, I don't know. Cooking a bit of chicken and eating.
Having a bit of cheese.
Yeah, finishing that damn cheese board and listening to the Archers.
I know what I'd rather be doing.
Now we want to. Jules has requested this. You want to finish this week. Is this Jules' word of the week?
This is my word of the week.
Okay.
Yeah, so every week, I mean, I'm very lucky that I have got quite a lot of articulate friends who use lots of spreads of words. And I thought this would be a lovely closing segment.
Lovely.
Great.
Well, let's have it then.
The word of the week this week is palomino.
You loved saying that.
I did. I had to practice it a few times, though. Palomino.
Can you put it in a sentence?
Gosh, what a lovely palomino you have. Do you know what a palomino is?
No.
It's a type of horse.
Is it?
Yeah. My friend said to me, she was like, if you were going to be a type of horse, you would be a palomino. They are the chicest horse I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, my God. Jules, I adore you.
I love you too.
And thank you for listening.
Thank you.
And
I hope we made you scream and it's not just us two sat in a studio lolling.
Eating coconut and lentil soup.
/booking minicabs.
Yeah. We'll see you next week.
Bye.